and they're breeding or they're building where their dogs are, and the ceiling caved in, killed some of the dogs, and now they need to get all of the remaining dogs out. What? Tell me more. And so we're like, oh, okay, what happens next? So we start digging, and I am at work, so I'm like gone for 3 hours at a time, and then I come back to the conversation, and then more unfolds. But Holly called because we were like, what is happening? Because they said that all the records were destroyed in the collapse of this building. Like, something ain't right here.
Oh my dog. Dog. Oh my dog.
Oh, my dog, hey.
Oh, my dog, hello.
We're back.
Back again.
Oh, I had a horrible morning, but my day is exponentially better being here with you doing this.
I got exactly.
Oh, that's such a nice thing. Oh,
Yeah, you too, Tanner.
I got exactly 0 minutes of sleep last night, so I've been up for like 47 hours at this point. So I don't even know who I am.
I didn't sleep well either. We had the fair, which is done, of course, now, and Thank dog. I was kind of off the grid, and we went to T-Pain, which the concert was incredible. I danced my little booty off. I was so sweaty. It was so hot. But everybody I know who went to that concert is sick right now, and I am currently
If you get me sick, I'm going to kill you.
I'm feeling better now. I feel like I got Tamiflu. Is it Tamiflu? Theraflu. I don't know. There's these little chewy gummy things that you take every couple hours when you have when you're...
You can call them whatever you want.
Zicam. One of those.
It's Zicam. I've been having Zicam, and I've been feeling better. This is not an ad, but I feel like it's helping me.
Like Skittles.
Yeah, they're Zicam chewables.
Yeah. I think it's going around. You're not the only person. It's not
strand of cannabis. It's strain of cannabis.
Oh, it's a strain.
No.
Oh, it's referred to as a strain.
Lord help us.
I've been saying it wrong for a while.
Strain.
I was trying to come up with your gummies. What you're looking for.
Tell me you do not partake without telling me you do not partake.
It's very fair. Yeah, your Tamiflu or Theraflu or whatever that was.
Zicam. You too. Anyway, it's been we are recording a little early. Tanner has other things to do.
He thinks he has more important people on this planet than us, and it is upsetting, but whatever. We're here on a Wednesday.
You just like me too much for me not to be here when you record.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true. We don't trust that many people. How about that?
No. But so as far as intakes and adoptions, pretty low. We had 4 intakes, 2 adoptions out. We'll go through that real quick, but there's been a ton of work happening in the background.
Ooh, it's gonna go down quick.
I mean, it's been crazy. While you've kind of been off grid, I've taken that opportunity while we weren't on hold, obviously.
No, just slowed down for sure.
Slowed down. I took that opportunity to kind of do some other work, like on our merch, which is going to be coming soon. We've got, I think we talked about this a little bit, but we've been working with a merchandiser.
Yes, yeah. I'm excited.
Launch the swag shop.
I love it.
S''WAG. Swag shop.
Love it.
Full of things, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, crews.
And just so you all know, we are getting a cut, and it is raising money for the rescue, and it's going back to the dogs, but that's not what it's about. We want to share the word of what we're doing to people, and I think I get so excited when I see people wearing Oh My Dog merch, because it means they're having a conversation. They're walking up to someone and saying, oh my gosh, I love that bag, what's Oh My Dog, that's really cute, and then boom, guess what happens? Another animal advocate is born.
Yeah, there's actually I haven't ran the numbers through with you, but there's really not any money in it at all. Because whatever is marked up goes towards purchasing minimum requirements.
Right.
So on and
that's
so
okay.
It just kind of rolls forward. But
it's just as important to share, I think.
So we've been working on that. Working on the microchip scanning stations.
Which you are killing it. Let's see. Okay.
Boone's approved. Polk City's approved, and now just most recently Carlisle is approved.
Yes.
And all 3 of those signs are being printed tomorrow, and we have an install date for next week.
Yes.
So that is coming. We are so excited about
And
it.
we have more in the works, more in the chute.
Yes, we've got a couple more coming down the pike.
Yes, I would love to see, our general area just covered with these so that it becomes like a normal thing. You find a dog and you know what to do. You don't feel like in the middle of the night if you see a dog running down your street, you're like, I don't know what to do from here. This is so exciting. I love it so much.
Yep.
And not anything we ever anticipated, but like such a great thing. I love it.
And it's been easy to replicate. So I think all the work that we did leading up to it, the design work and the wording and sizing and all of that is paying off.
Yeah. So now we can just boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Get it done.
Yep. Other than that, we've got a lot of events coming up.
Yes,
It
we
seems
really
to be
do.
like event season.
Which, Holly and I love so much.
My calendar is stacked.
Yeah, I've been so freaking busy that I'm actually starting to see a little bit of light in my calendar, but then it's peppered with these things. But as I always say, if you don't have something to look forward to, life isn't very fun.
Yeah.
And so we have lots of things to look forward to.
My problem is there's so much on the calendar that I forget everything that I'm doing.
You're
But-
only looking forward.
Well, and it's also that time of summer where the garden is full. Things need harvested, things need canned. I've been canning green beans and peaches and grape juice and all kinds of things. Tomato sauce is on the agenda for tomorrow, baking pies and hosting people at the lake and
we talked about this, but I thought like right now is what I always called the dog days of summer, like they're really hot at the end of August. It's not true. It's over already.
Is it?
Dog days of summer, July 3rd, August 11th. So that's annoying. What is this?
Well, it was very
This is
The dog pile?
This is hotter than a dog's ass or something
It is
like that.
so hot.
Anyway, okay, so let's just run through it. Intakes. Oh god. This first one is got a hilarious side quest shit story to it. So I don't even know what kind of dog is this. I don't even
know
remember.
what it looks like at this point in my head. Oh, it's that little mutt. It's like a German Shepherdy
Super mutt.
super mutt.
This was a
return.
return. This was a dog that Courtney found on the side of the road on her way to get another dog.
Right. And then she had it. It got adopted really quickly, but shortly thereafter at the new home, it broke its leg. So they went through like surgery and repair, and they've had this dog, and now it's several months old, and they realized, oh, puppies are a lot of work, and they returned it.
Yeah, that was weird, but
The whole story was strange with that. But the funny thing is, so Johnny and Tracy are always they've got like, I think, a backlog of names in their head that they're thinking about, and they just wait until they get a dog and they're like, I know, it's going to be this. Like, they don't take any time at all. They're like, I know the dog's name.
yeah.
They've had like Kitty Foreman, which is one of my favorite
Hilarious.
names. They've had a lot of
Al Bundy.
Yep. They've had a lot of really good names. So this one, she goes, early on, she goes, have we had a Fern
As in
Fern Gully? And then we go on this tangent, like, oh, I love Fern Gully. That was a great show. Like,
Which side you? I had never seen it
have you watched it now?
until earlier this year. I watched it with my girlfriend, and it was her favorite movie growing up. And we watched it as adults, obviously. Earlier
It's very
this year.
different as an adult.
It was the weirdest freaking Disney movie or whatever.
I don't
Is it
even think it's Disney. No, it was like an off-brand.
Okay,
type
weirdest animated movie I've ever. I couldn't make it through.
I watched it 100,000 times growing up. I freaking loved this movie. It had Robin Williams, yes, and Hexus.
I don't know. I did not.
It's about
it.
like pollution, and it's got a lot of really deep themes. As a child, I was obsessed with this movie.
Maybe I wasn't in the right state of mind
No,
to watch it.
no. Well, when I went to go see the movie Avatar, it's just Fern Gully.
But like new version,
Right.
like updated animation version.
Had
Well-
had Cheech in it.
Wasn't Avatar like
Yeah.
number one top selling?
He was
ever?
Stump. What is Stump? I don't remember that. Yeah, Avatar was like a hugely highly selling
A
movie.
stump is
I haven't
what's
seen
left
that one
over when
either.
you cut a tree down.
Well, there's a lot of tree cutting happening in
Where would you
Fern
lift
Gully.
leg?
What?
Or when you lose a leg.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, stump.
you stumped us both there. We're both like, what?
Oh, I see what you did.
We had a dog named Stumpy. He had little legs.
We are getting
I do think it's
so
funny
far
that your
off topic.
volunteers wondered if you had a dog named Fern and continued down. Like, you can't just stop at, have we ever had a dog named Fern?
Yeah, and then we Fern Gullied down the gully. So anyway, that happened. We talked about Fern Gully and all the things, blah, blah, blah. So then, fast forward, we get a notification that there's a dog.
I made the vet appointment
Yes.
at Boone because you can't call Boone Vet anymore.
They don't care for me there.
They don't like Kara at all.
They won't even hardly talk to me. I'm done
Weird.
calling there. I got upset one time, maybe twice.
So I called to make the appointment, and they always ask like the breed of dog, age, name, and I was like, yep, goalie, and they're like, okay, yeah, cool, and I mean they're so immune to our stupid names.
Yeah,
right
they
now.
just
They
write
don't
it
even
down.
care.
They're like, fine. They don't even ask for a spelling anymore.
So yesterday I'm going through the email, and we have this surgical reminder.
I, for some reason, get the text reminders for the surgeries at Boone. I don't know how, but my phone gets the text reminders. So I got one too. And so I'm at the same time searching
and it was for golly.
Golly.
And I was like, golly.
There's a meat locker local
Yes.
Yes.
Golly,
Golly's
who's
Locker.
this?
And Colfax, right? Are they still open?
in Collins.
Collins. Anyway, so
Or-
I was like,
Cambridge. Collins, Maxwell. It's over there somewhere.
yeah. Are they still open?
Yeah.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dandy, isn't it? Anyway, I was like, well, maybe they mean Polly. So I'm looking for Polly because I knew we had Polly Pocket. And I was like, no, she was adopted like months ago.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't right.
I got it, and there was a time in which we had a couple of dogs that were accidentally named Holly in the system. And I was like, oh, God, it's one of these Holly dogs again.
And one of those was on a delayed spay, but that was also
Months ago. So I'm like, it's not one of the Hollies, so I have no idea.
And then I was like, oh, they mean gully. And so I was like, okay. So I sent the reminder to Tracy and Johnny chat. And I was like, hey, reminder for spay for gully on Thursday. And
I have all of the stuff created. I have her in the system. I have her folder created. I have everything ready, and it's under Fern because they asked if we could name her Fern. So
it was so stupid.
it was like a who's on first situation. It took probably 2 hours of our lives to figure out what was even happening.
But Johnny and Tracy work nights. And so this is at like 10 o'clock in the morning. So Kara and I are the only ones talking in this group chat. And I said, you said, wait, should I be changing her name from Fern to Gully? I got a reminder for a golly. And I said, I thought the same thing. I thought it was Gully, not Fern. Boone Vet just has it wrong if it's Gully. I think maybe I hyped that up. I don't even know who I am. And you're like, I have her everywhere as Fern, but I could fix it. I said, well, what is this kid's name? And they're not answering because they're asleep.
They're in bed.
And so Kara's like, well, we know it's not Golly. And I thought maybe they meant Polly. So I went down that rabbit hole. And you said, I thought they mistyped Polly. Oh, God.
I can't, like, the amount of, so we have so little minutes on this planet and so little minutes for us to use for things. And a lot of those minutes were figuring out who the heck was on first.
So Tracy finally resurfaces at 3 o'clock that afternoon. She's like, well, this was a fun read. Fern Gully is her name, but I've just been calling her Fern. So that's fine too. But who am I dropping off at the vet tomorrow? I said, just fix it with Boone Vet when you drop off. Change it to Fern Gully. Then we can all be right.
except for Boone Vet, who had her as Golly. So they sent the surgery paperwork, and I emailed back, hey, by the way, could you update the name to Fern Gully? So, and they
Oh
said they
my
did. So I
God.
think we're officially Fern Gully.
Whatever.
Fern Gully is whatever she is. But she did her first bike ride with Johnny the other day, and I guess she did really great. We've talked about this before, but Johnny like takes the dogs on bike rides. There
We
was like
got him one of those pole things that you clip onto your bike, and it like goes off to the side, and then you clip the leash to that.
yeah, so that
they
it's
can-
safe and they
yeah.
can, yeah.
So it's away from the tires and all of
Yeah.
that. But they didn't use that because it was her first time out, and they wanted to like
Get her used to it.
yeah, check it out.
Yeah. But she did good.
But yeah,
She's officially a Fern Gully
whatever.
bicycler.
Anyway, that was one intake.
Ooh. Yeah.
Indy.
I don't even know how this happened, but yet another doodle. I think it was a connection through Natasha.
Yeah,
probably.
this is a shit show Nasha thing.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. It's a doodle. It's nondescript. Whatever. Its name's Indy.
She went and picked it up and delivered it to a brand new foster.
Brand new
Emma.
foster, which is someone who works with our dear Courtney, and so Indy has a, and I had to have Cam set out a pile of everything you'd need for a dog. I was like, go find food bowls, go find a
Clear the shelves.
kennel, clear the shelves, because she only has cats, and this is now she's gonna foster a dog. How cool!
Love it.
Love it.
And she's not new to fostering, but she's a new foster with us, and we're very happy to have her and
Yeah.
excited to kind of show her how we do it, and hopefully she has a better experience.
Yes, she will. Doy.
The last two,
Oh, I was like, who are these? I don't know these names.
this was kind of a not a weird. I mean, it wasn't weird. It just kind of is what it is. But I got a call on the bat phone from a gal that her brother, right?
It's her son.
Well, the mother came
Oh,
and she's handling it.
I don't
but
know anything.
The sister, whatever. Anyway, this lady called, and unfortunately, her brother has a problem with alcohol, and he's not able to keep the dogs, and it's
yeah, he's very sick at this time.
Yeah, I really hope he makes it, honestly.
Yeah, it's not going well. He cannot care for the dogs for sure.
And they live in Illinois.
Oh,
And so I think they had come and gotten him and taken him back. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, he has these two German Shepherd Pointer.
German short hair pointer.
I always mix that up.
Yeah.
German short hair Pointer dogs, a male and a female, 10, 11 years old.
Oh, they're that old? I
yeah.
missed this whole thing. I just completely was like, Holly's got it. I'm busy.
Right.
Yeah.
So sent that out on the text alert request, posted it on Mafia, and finally got a foster for both. Ashley stepped up for the male right away, and then the other Ashley, ironically,
Yeah.
not spelled the same,
True.
stepped up for the female, but she couldn't take it until September 2nd, and so we got a temp foster set up for that and a backup temp foster because the first foster has another foster. Anyway.
It's a whole thing. It was a lot of coordinating for two dogs.
Whoo. And GSP's at that.
Yeah.
So,
Not even our type.
no. So, anyway, got that all worked out. The mother has come back to Iowa. She's back here taking care of things, taking care of the house.
And the dogs.
I got her set up with a vet appointment to get them up to date on vaccinations before they're surrendered to us. So everything's copacetic.
Yep.
And got her squared away with drop-offs to the fosters and all of that. So you're right. It was just a lot of coordinating and a lot of messaging, like messaging this group chat and messaging the mom.
Yeah.
And then we had another volunteer helping the mom get the dogs to the vet because there was concerns about the dogs, how they rode in the cars and blah, blah, blah. So
Sometimes it's so easy to say, like, sure, we'll take that dog, drop it off at 2:00.
yeah. And that's it.
And that's it. And sometimes it is a full-fledged fiasco.
Hand-holding situation.
Yes. So it's okay. They all need us. So yeah, well, and that's it, right? That's it for our intakes.
Yes. Adoptions. Tootsie.
Tootsie. That was the little Bichon that came in from my friend from the dog park's grandma who was dealing with dementia stuff. She had a couple dogs, and that dog ended up, we took her in for a dental, and she ended up having a cyst kind of on her rear end that was sort of nasty that they took out, but sweet little dog.
The vet said it looked odd, and I was like, when a vet says odd, that means send it out.
Yep.
Unfortunately, those tests can take a while.
Yeah.
They get picked up and sent to Iowa State, and then Iowa State does
Well, they
the
said that
testing.
about that dog too, because the other dog is in cancer testing situation because there's 2 of them from there.
I'm talking about Tootsie.
Yeah, but the other dog that came in with Tootsie is the one that has the potential cancer thing that's on a hold with the.
Oh, yeah. No, this is also.
Oh, so they both have possible cancer.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, it just takes a long time to get that back, and Tootsie had this adoption date set up, and the adopters.
We're like,
We were very
okay.
transparent with them. We told them what was going on. We told them we were sending it out. We told them we would cover any treatment if it comes
Yeah.
to that. And if they wanted to wait to adopt, we would understand. No, they wanted to go forward with it, so
Here we
everything's
are.
cool.
Yeah. Well, the gal
now.
that adopted her, that's the cutest adoption photo we've had in forever. They're both smiling from ear to ear. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when the dogs and the adopters look the same. And
It
that
happens more often than
you
it
would
doesn't.
think.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's really cute.
Yeah. And yay.
Yay, Mildred. We talked about her on the last episode, or maybe the one before that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. The very German Shepherd looking, but might possibly not be a German Shepherd. It is not confirmed one way or another. Has been adopted by, get this, a family that owns German Shepherds.
Because they saw her and were like, that's our type. That's my type.
Weird.
But I was so excited when I saw that app come through. They had a King Shepherd, which is like a giant German Shepherd. And I'm like, those people, that's the people. Those
know.
are the people. They know what they're getting into. And that's who ended up getting her. And I am thrilled. It's going to be really good. So.
And the guy in that adoption photo looks so familiar. And I looked up the name, and I don't have any connections or anything, but he looks so familiar. Maybe he's been on a commercial or something. I
They
don't know.
say there's like 2 or 3 people on this planet that look exactly like you and I. You know,
Really?
just floating around out there.
Lucky them.
I know. You know?
Events coming up. The day that this podcast airs, so as you're listening to it right now, please plan on coming tonight to the kickoff of the Madrid Labor Day celebration. Oh My Dog Rescue is taking over the beer tent uptown. Claudia Coltrane is playing live. She's a very amazing up-and-coming artist, local artist. And
What kind of genre is Claudia? Is she kind of
Well, she does a lot of
everything?
covers of everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then she has some of her own stuff, too.
nice?
We've had her at Flat Tire
Did I
multiple
see
times.
her once there? Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah,
She
okay.
is a crowd pleaser.
Love it.
So we are hoping for really good weather, and we're really happy to get into this time slot. We always volunteer for the Madrid Labor Day beer tent as a way to give back to the community. We appreciate the community's support through the Madrid Endowment Fund, as well as throughout the year with the microchip clinics and with with the Madrid Police Department. So this is just kind of our way to help out. All the tips go to Oh My Dog Rescue. We'll also be selling T-shirts and tank tops.
I
Which
won't
reminder
forget
to bring them.
No, we need to look at what we've got.
Tattoos
kinda-
and stickers and all those things.
Yeah. Oh, we should get new tattoos. I think we're out of tattoos.
Maybe we can bring some of the Kongs and stuff that we got from
Oh, yeah.
Kong Day. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
Anyway, we have quite a few volunteers that signed up. We appreciate all of you. It's
We're
going to
gonna
be a
have
good
a
time.
lot of good-looking bartenders. Okay.
Last year, we had kind of a shitty time slot on Sunday afternoon.
It was very slow.
It was super slow because it's Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, there's no live entertainment, and everybody's been drinking all weekend. So
Yeah, they're like, no, we're cool. But now we got the good girl,
Now we're
the
in the
good singer,
cool
the
time
good
slot. Cool
Friday
kids.
night. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time. Come see
And I
us.
think you can bring your dog.
Yes, it is dog friendly. You can bring your dog. Come check us out.
Nice.
So that's Friday night. Sunday,
Which is the 31st of
August,
right?
we have an adoption event at Fleet Farm in Ankeny from 11 to 1.
hopefully all of the dogs that we have at the time of recording this podcast are not with us and we have a whole new brand new troop of dogs. But if not, we're going to bring some really great dogs for sure.
Yes.
And we will hang out, walk around. I usually like to take the dogs back to the treat aisle, let them pick out a toy and a treat.
Maybe Golly will come.
Golly, I
but
hope so.
Actually, Sal is going to be there. And if you recall, Sal was one of the ditch dogs from Southern Iowa, Tingley. And they are both with us still, and they need to find their forever home.
They're both such good dogs. They've been out socially in the world a ton. They've gone to farmers markets. But
Zombie Burger.
Sal has been in professional training at Canine Craze.
Doing great.
He's doing 15 weeks of classes.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy. He's going to be so ready. Can you imagine you get to adopt a dog he's like, I think $100 right now.
Yes.
And $100 and you get a dog that's had 15 weeks of training, lived with a family for all of this time. We know everything about him that you need to know. You're getting set up for success. It's incredible.
Let's see. They came in. I was just trying to find their intake
We've had them so long.
April 17th.
Yeah, that's too long. They're really good dogs.
So 4 months.
They just look like every other dog in the shelter, which stinks. But they have had a way better experience in the shelter. They're ready to rock and roll. The shelter dogs, you still have to go through all of that.
Yeah.
These dogs are ready to go.
And they were, feral ditch dogs.
Yeah.
Fighting amongst each other.
Like just trying to survive.
When we took them in.
So from that to, going to the farmer's
professionally
market,
trained situation.
Stop. The one was in the Des Moines Register, for cripe's sake. Jeez.
Hopefully for good things.
Yeah, not even a mugshot or anything like that.
Was not in the police blotter.
No, he was looking cute at a food stand.
So come check us out at the Fleet Farm in Ankeny on Sunday, August 31st from 11 to 1.
Yes.
After that, this is your thing. I'm not going to be here for that, so.
Oh, you're not even going to be here?
Probably not.
It is very fun. So it's called the Boss Babe Meetup. And I've been to this like as a guest, like going to it before on my own. And I thought this is so cool. So it's all women run businesses. It is like a market.
It's at Jasper Winery.
It's at Jasper Winery. So get yourself a cocktail. Come on down. Well, after you come on down, get yourself a cocktail and then walk through the Boss Babe event. It is from let's see,
September 6th.
Yes, 11 to 4:30, I believe is the time. I need to find the details because there is a list of all the vendors, and I want to read off some of them here. 1 second.
Yeah, www.bossbabepopup.com. 11 to 4:30 at Jasper Winery on September 6th.
Yes, and we are going to be right. The first thing you see is going to be the Oh My Dog booth, right when you walk in to Jasper Winery. They're hoping to raise $1,500. That's their goal, but who knows? You can bring physical donations, you can bring money, you can just bring your phone and send us a Venmo if you want to while you come enjoy the event. It is super fun. But I had recently on Facebook found like a list of all the vendors, and it was so many. I have this thing that hangs in my car that is like a little Monstera leaf thing. I don't even know what you call it. It's like a dangly that hangs from my rearview mirror, which I'm sure I don't know, the police probably don't like that or whatever. It's not safe, but it's adorable and sparkly and cute. And I got that at that Boss Babe event last year and I really loved it. Here's the vendors. Okay.
I was going to say, where is that flyer?
The Plant Dealer, Little Hands Dough Co.
The list is insane.
It's so
and they
long.
need to alphabetize this.
Yes, it's hard to read through. Of Moss and Flames.
I was looking for someone specific and I was like, this is a lot.
There's several plant shops, which I love. There's a photography place. You can get pictures, the cookie jar, beauty, soap,
egg roll and co.
Oh,
they're really
egg
good.
rolls. Heck yeah. Olive place. I don't know what that is. Charcoal soap. Yeah. Chubby cheese pug or chuggy. Oh my God. Chubby pug cheese. The gal that runs.
Glitching out, y'all.
I am. Chubby
Smile
pug
for me.
cheese.
Are you stroking? Oh, she's good.
I watch her videos of her making these dog treats, and she made a pizza, and it's like a tiny little dog pizza, and it's cut into pieces, and she puts the sauce on, and then like cheese, and then little tiny pepperonis, but it's all just like, the doggy frosting that they can have.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
a cookie.
It's not the actual stuff.
No, but
Okay.
it's so freaking cute, and they're like the most adorable doggy cookies ever. She's got all the cute stuff.
Very cool.
Let's see. Oh, you can get willow tree readings. You can have a reading done.
Oh,
if you
fun.
want. Yeah, all kinds of crazy things. It's all put on by Dolce Vita Desserts.
There's like at least 60, if not 70 vendors going to be there.
It's so fun. And
It's gonna be
everybody
huge.
is woman run, which we love. And so they are trying to give back to our women run rescue, and we couldn't love it more. We're so excited. So if we've got adoptable dogs that are appropriate to have there, we will. If not, we'll have pictures of all of the dogs that are available, so you can look through and talk to us about adopting, fostering, transporting, and volunteering for our rescue, and maybe grab a sticker for your water bottle. We've got magnets and things to give away, and we are so excited. We are thrilled to be
Awesome.
included. So, yeah.
Very
good.
cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be good. So, somebody's got to help me get ready for that because I am not ready, clearly. But did we say the date? Yeah, it's the beginning of
Saturday, September 6th.
Yes.
11 to 4:30.
Yes.
Jasper Winery.
So fun.
That is what is on the schedule for just the
Very near future.
very near future. Next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not
Um,
even sure what's after that. I don't even want to look.
No, I don't.
We'll deal with that when we get closer.
Yes.
Next week is also very busy for us.
Yes. So, while during the fair and everything, while we were really focusing on cleaning up house and getting a lot of things happening and going.
What happened to the bearded lady? Oh, we already talked about her
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go
She's
ahead.
here. She's ready.
Because that all happened while you were at the fair, too.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
We really kind of took a break, but then all of the sudden, she blew up like today.
Yeah.
So we get a message, or I got a message from my friend Jennifer, who runs Jet and Monkey's Dog Shop downtown East Village. She also fosters for us. We know her from back in Fluffy Butts days, but she has all of these ins with these dog breeders. There's always somebody calling her saying like, "You own a dog shop. Help me with this dog."
Right.
So it's good and
Except
bad.
these people, they didn't call anybody for 5 years.
Let's talk about it.
Obviously.
What is happening? So she sends me this message and says like, hey, starts out like, hey, there's this breeder that had a situation in their breeding or their building where their dogs are, and the ceiling caved in, killed some of the dogs, and now they need to get all of the remaining dogs out. What? Tell me more.
Right?
So
That's an awesome teaser.
it was. And so we're like, oh, okay, what happens next? So we start digging and digging, and I am at work, so I'm like gone for 3 hours at a time, and then I come back to the conversation, and then more unfolds. But Holly called because we were like, what is happening? Because they said that all the records were destroyed in the collapse of this building. Like, something ain't right here. Okay.
Your vet should still
Yeah,
have
call the vet
records.
where they have a copy of the records. Like, what do you mean? Not everything's just on one piece of paper.
So I called the lady, and I told her who I was, and yep, everything's cool. And I said, well, before we can intake these dogs, I need to get their records transferred over from the vet. And she goes, oh. And I'm like, oh. Oh, what?
Because she was a registered breeder for many years.
Yeah. And she said, well, we just did all the vaccinations ourselves. And I said, well, rabies has to be done by
Given
TVM.
by a vet.
So, I mean, that's really all I care about. I'll handle the rest, but they have to have rabies on intake. And she said, well, they haven't seen a vet since the storm. And I didn't know what she was talking about.
Referring
like
to
the storm last week. I mean, we've had storms all year this
Right.
year. We've had storms every other day this year. And I said, well, which storm? When? And she said, in 2020. And I realized she was talking about Duratio.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, so they haven't been to a vet since 2020? And she said, no, I haven't. I said, well, how did you get your registration with the state of Iowa renewed without record? She goes, no, I haven't sold any dogs since then, and I just gave up my license.
Mhm.
So for the last 5 years, almost to the day, a little over, she hasn't sold any dogs. She hasn't been an active breeder. She hasn't been a registered breeder with the state of Iowa. And these dogs haven't been to the vet. And they've been in this building that the roof just collapsed in on. Like, what is happening right now?
Like, how long had they been living without appropriate accommodations? You know what I mean?
And how old
Like,
are these dogs now?
she was guessing when she was talking to Jennifer that they were about 8, but that doesn't make sense. If they have not had any vet care since 2020, we know they're at least 5.
5.
Right?
Right.
How old were they when this happened? We don't know. Does she know?
No.
And then she was trying to take pictures of them, and apparently she's injured in some way, so she like can't get to the building.
She seemed really nice on the phone, like, but she said something that kind of turned me off even more than I already was. But she said that no rescues were taking in dogs since then,
And
for the last 5 years. And I'm thinking to myself, that's bullshit, because we would have taken them in 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And here's the other thing. In 2020, every shelter was empty because everybody was adopting a dog. There was such a high demand for rescue dogs in 2020 that like some unscrupulous things were happening within that community because people wanted dogs to be able to adopt out.
Right.
So you're telling me that in 2020, after the ratio, which is like all of this, like in the heart of all of that, you couldn't find, they didn't, obviously, we know, they didn't look for anybody until this roof caved in, and they're clearly having to get these dogs out of here because it caved in, the dogs died. I mean, several of them died. That's insane.
So when she said that she let her license lapse with the state of Iowa because, well, let's kind of explain that really quick. So with the Iowa Department of Agriculture and Land Stewardship, you have to have a license depending on what you're doing. So
Right.
like a shelter has to have a shelter specific license. A rescue has to have is called a dealer operating as a rescue.
Yep.
It used to just be
A
a
dealer.
dealer,
Yeah.
which we got roped in with anybody that was dealing, air
Or
quotes,
selling dogs,
dealing or
basically.
selling dogs.
Yeah.
There is a license for a boarding kennel. There's licenses for
Groomers.
commercial kennels. There's license for groomers.
Mhm.
If you're just selling puppies, you have to have a dealer's license. So I guess when she said that, I'm thinking, well, who followed with the state? Who followed up with her after her license lapsed and she didn't renew it to ensure that she wasn't in possession of these dogs anymore?
Right. Like when you have been a registered breeder for year after year after year and you're selling dozens and dozens of dogs every year after year after year. And then one year you're just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Who comes out and says, yeah, you're done? Like what happened to all those dogs? Well, why are we just like taking them for the word? Like there's no follow up. There's no nothing.
It seems like a hole in the system. However, at the state level, I can understand why they really don't feel like that's any of their concern, because she could have just stopped selling dogs,
Right.
and kept the remainder of her stock as personal pets and not bred them and not sold them, and that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless she was in a city ordinance where the city had limits on number of dogs that you can have, or something like that.
Right.
But that's at the local level. That's not at the state level.
Right.
So it doesn't
No, and
matter.
they're out in the country, so whatever, I guess.
But still, it kind of begs, I guess, if it were me and I
And
was
you're
an
telling
inspector.
me that
But
they had all of these adult dogs that were left in this building and they didn't ever have any other litters of puppies after that for the last 5 years?
that's what she's saying.
Well, we're going to find out. I'll be able to tell you if any of those dogs had puppies in the last 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, what?
I just don't know how you keep that many dogs. I mean, so there's 9 left. We don't know how many died in the collapse of the roof. But I don't know how you keep that many dogs separated for 5 years and not even end up with an oopsie litter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because people end up with oopsie litters that just have 2 dogs
Right.
and a baby gate. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
I guarantee they've.
So there's like a lot of questions here,
Yeah.
and it really doesn't matter. The fact is she wants to. She has to get out. She can't do it physically anymore. And
the dogs are in
the
danger.
dogs are in danger. So we are going to intake them.
Yeah. And they haven't seen a vet in at least 5 years. So
Yes,
they
we're
need
going
us.
to intake them next week after they see a vet, get up to date on their vaccinations, and then we will intake them, get them spayed, neutered. I'm sure they're all going to need dentals.
Yeah. But
And
directly.
I'm sure that they are on like a level, what did Jennifer say, 7 to 9 on the feral
scale.
specter.
Yeah. Because if they've just been out in this already damaged building with a person who as their caregiver states she can't make it out to the building, how many days in the last year have they gone without food and water? Is my question.
Well, maybe her husband is going out there. It sounded like he was
A little more, but he's harvesting now, so he's busy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions about the care that they received. The pictures look better than
Right.
what we've seen.
The dogs don't look as bad as what we've seen coming out of like a hoarder home, honestly. I think that we're probably more in for the decompression of the lack of socialization that they've had, more so than any sort of like physical ailments or like lack of nutrition and things. So we could certainly spend a lot of time speculating before we actually see them, and we won't be accurate. But
It's so our largest intake was 17 dogs, so 9 is doable. We've sent out the foster request alert. We've already got several responses back. We've got a week to get this lined up, which is plenty of time.
lots of time.
for
We'll
us.
have it
I
done.
mean, we've
It'll be
got
fun.
80% of our ducks in a row now. So we got groomers lined up. We've got the vet lined up. Do we know the ratio of males to females? No, but we could still get spay neuter appointments set up.
Yeah, we could set up
Dentals.
either or appointments for sure.
Yeah. So Kara and I are real big on getting as much set up ahead of time as we can, because it really cuts down on the amount of time that the dog has to sit in our care. So if we've got a week.
Oh, wait, I guess we do have the numbers. It says 9 dogs, 6 female shish poos, so a Shih Tzu poodle, 2 female poodles, and 1 male shish. So only 1 male? That's odd. So
I
maybe
know.
that would account
Well,
for if they.
how many died? I don't.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe the boy wing got taken out. Jeez.
Well, that's not funny, but
I mean,
yes.
kinda.
So the point is we're a week out. If we make the appointment tomorrow, it cuts off a week.
Yeah.
That they would have to wait if we
Oh, yeah.
waited until they.
We just need
to
to
make
know
the
where they're going to
appointment when
be foster wise, if it makes sense. But yeah, hell yeah.
We'll just do a broad spectrum.
Oh, we just got a Fern
appointment.
Gully photo update. Look at him. Jesus, Murphy. She looks just like
Good golly,
Mama.
Fern Gully.
Good golly, Gully. She likes. So she's there with Johnny and Tracy's little girl, who's not so little anymore. She looks just like her mama. She's grown up. So sweet in a puddle pile of cuddle puddle pillows.
Yeah.
Cute. Anyway, sorry.
Side
Yeah.
quest. So yeah, if you're looking for a, what do you call it? Shipu?
Shish poo.
Shishpu?
Sheepoo. Shish poo.
And it's a
Shih Tzu
Shih Tzu poodle.
poodle.
That one looked a little schnauzeri.
It did. But poodles can have that.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
true.
yeah, so, and then a couple of mini poodles if you like that type of thing. But they're all little dogs, little like hypoallergenic type dogs. So they are coming, and we're going to figure out what they're like as far as like personality wise. We'll match them up with their fosters appropriately. Like if the fosters have kids or a fenced yard or not or whatever, we'll judge that when it comes and handle it from there. But it's been a while since we've had kind of a big intake. So we'll talk about what happened and how that all looked when we talk next for sure.
I forgot to tell you, I started a checklist for large intakes. I'll add you to it. But so I'm sure we've talked about this before, but when we do a large intake, it's kind of an assembly line situation. So if they need up to date on vaccinations like Bordetella or DHPP,
And their microchips.
and their microchip, we'll do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get the NextGuard Plus,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get groomed. So they get a bath, and then they'll go to the grooming table, and then collars, leashes, and they get sent home with the foster with a bag of
whatever we've got.
A mishmash of fun things like
In fact, somebody just donated a bunch of wet food, so I will bring that along because all these dogs are probably gonna have their teeth yoinked.
yeah, and probably gonna have worms and whatnot.
Oh God, yeah.
Anyway,
They're awful cute,
It's
though.
a flurry of fun.
A fluffy furry of fun. They're adorable though. They're gonna be really great dogs for people once they settle in.
If any of our volunteers want to come help out with that, even if you can't foster,
It is a fun time, actually, like getting everybody through the shoot and watching it happen and, being a part of getting your hands on a real life in the moment rescue. It's pretty fun.
We need bathers. We need towel dryers. We need people sweeping up. We need people taking pictures.
I'm bad at all of those things. I'm there every time and I'm like, we can't do this without me. But then I just walk around like with nothing happening. Like I don't do anything.
It's like your wedding day. You get to the end of it and you don't remember anything.
Yeah. I don't think I help at all, but I'm glad I'm there. Last time
I'm good in the paperwork department.
Yes, last time Holly did the paperwork and she got to help put the vaccines in the syringes and do all kinds of like medical type things.
It's going to be a lot easier this time.
And I just like spun in circles.
The form is going to be the vaccination form will be pre-filled out this time. I won't have to handwrite everything.
Oh,
like
wedding
chicken
day
scratch.
amnesia. Rescue day amnesia is what it's like afterwards. You're like, what happened? Who went where? Like when I thought we lost a dog and I was in the middle of it, I was like, we're missing a dog. But it was just, the dog was right there.
And then after all the dogs go home, we usually go have a couple cocktails,
Well, yeah.
decompress, and have some laughs.
A pup tail.
What do they call that? Fellowship.
Yes, fellowship. Just like on Sundays.
With cookies and refreshments. Lemonade and coffee. What else? We got corgis coming in.
Well, I know. I always like to say yes to corgis because there's so many corgi lovers out there. I know I can find a place for them.
What happened to our corgi foster, Stacy?
She
you
had
should
a
ask
job change, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know what's happening with her for sure. I'm going to bother her about the one that I'm potentially taking.
Yeah, I would if I were you.
But, yeah, for sure. Because my dogs do not care for corgis. But we've got 2 corgis coming in that somebody took in and they can't care for, and blah, 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 blah. They're beautiful. One of them has a full tail, which I love. And then the other one is kind of like a gray and white color and really cute. So we're supposed to be getting those here in just a few days from when we're recording this, and Janelle is going to take one of them, and then I'm taking the other one for now just because I'm trying not to bog down all of the homes we're going to need for these shish poo poodle things.
Right.
But then I'll probably bother Stacy for the other one. She's really sweet looking, so they'll probably be gone by the time this thing airs, I hope.
Corgi people, it's a thing.
Yeah. They love, if you get a corgi once, it's over for you. You can't do anything else.
I'm not here for it.
No. Well, refer back to the corgi episode. So we have another corgi who's in rescue who, by this time when this comes out, will either have been adopted or it will be live on our website, Moochie. And her foster, when she came in, she had a severe poisoning of some sort. So rat poisoning or something like that.
We talked about that on the last.
Yeah. And so now she's feeling better, and her foster is like, what's going on with this dog? Why is she so insane? I said, well, she's a corgi. So I sent her the podcast and she was like, LOL, you guys are hilarious, but this is really good information. I was like, please share this with anybody who is not a corgi person who is interested in this dog, because they're going to see how cute she is and want her, because she's like a petite corgi. She's smaller, but she's still bonkers. And
You think she's crossed with something, right?
I think she might be. Yeah, she's
a smidge.
Yeah, she's some sort of cross.
Touch of something cute in there.
Yeah, she is really cute. But anyway, it's a required listen to at least hear about what they're in for with a corgi. My lands.
Yeah, here's the thing. It is that time of year where schedules are chaotic. Kids are going back to school.
And
Parents are going back to work.
Parents have been off work.
Well, like if they are
Well, teachers, I guess.
yeah, but there's some people that
Like maybe
take the
work
summer
hybrid
off.
from home, or,
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never got to
I
do
don't know
that.
how that works, but
I've never got.
whatever.
But you go back to your regularly scheduled program. How about that?
Yes, I mean vacation's over.
Yes, yeah.
State fair's over.
It's true.
Everybody's going back to real world stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so what this means for your dog is it's kind of the same thing. They have been used to the kids being home, the schedule being a little different. Kids maybe staying up a little later than they normally do during the school year, sleeping in a little later, and now everything's getting flopped on them.
Yeah.
And they, I mean, as smart as dogs are, they may not understand what's happening.
Right. They're
and
creatures
why are
of
things
habit.
changing, and why aren't my kids at home?
Mm-hmm.
Like my nephews stay with my parents during the summer, like during the day. They
Yeah.
come over, and Ness, my dad's border collie, is and always has been infatuated with Keen. I mean, that is her boy.
Yeah.
I mean, she rides with Dad to the school and picks him up from summer school. It's a whole thing.
Oh.
And so when summer comes to an end and then the boys go back to
She
school,
goes into a tiny depression.
she kind of goes into a little
State.
withdrawal state.
Yeah.
And what that can look like.
Lethargy.
Thank you. They can become lethargic, a little depressed,
Anxious.
low activity. They can also swing the other way. They can become anxious, have separation anxiety, become destructive.
Mm-hmm.
Their eating habits may change. They may potty inside as a rebellion type situation. All of this is very understandable.
Yeah.
And it is not a reason to surrender your dog.
No. So we know back to school has happened. Please do not call us if you're frustrated with your dog. Or if you got a dog over the summer and now you're going, because a lot of people will get dogs at the beginning of the summer. Like, well, we're going to be home. It's a great time to get a dog.
Get them trained up.
Well, guess what? You've just set that dog up for kind of failure because you gave them like the greatest summer of their life.
Yeah.
And now you're going to take it away from them because the kids don't get to be home and play with them all day, every day and all of that,
Right.
So just thinking about how do we slowly integrate them into what is going to be their new normal for many more months than the summer is.
All right. Try to keep their schedule as normal as possible. So if you in the summertime, you typically go for a walk in the morning, or if you do an end of day walk, or if you go to the dog park every day during the summer, try to keep that as normal as possible, or wean them down off of that.
Yep.
I realize that, kids going back to school and homework and school activities and dance and soccer and football and wrestling and whatever the hell else all your kids are in, it can become a little taxing, but make sure that your dog's getting the appropriate attention as well.
Yes, for sure. And that attention doesn't have to, I know people will call us a lot and say, well, with the kids back in school,
I just don't have enough
I just don't have enough time. Listen,
Bullshit.
dogs don't understand time. So if you give that dog 15 minutes of quality time, that's as good as if you had been at home all day laying on the couch with that dog. You know what I mean? Like,
And quality time meaning
you're
off your
interacting.
phone, interacting, playing, talking to them, doing some sort of mid-level, entry-level training,
Yeah.
clicker training, lick mats.
Do 5 minutes of anything before you give them their dinner at night, any of that is good, and it's going to really help the dog's mental health. So why we're talking about all of this is obviously we get a lot of calls this time of year when people are entering back into this zone and dogs start acting differently, and it becomes a nuisance to the humans, right? Humans hate a nuisance. But also a lot of people will go immediately to, well, the dog is anxious and unruly and I'm going to put him on drugs. Well, while there is a place for the trazodone gabapentin combo for a super anxious dog that needs it, a dog that's having trouble adjusting just needs you to adjust to the dog a little bit more.
Yeah, the way that I think about drugs as a solution is anxiety, separation anxiety, destructive behavior. Going to drugs is like sprinting to the end of the race. So that's kind of the last step that you want to have to take. And if you go there first, then everything that you could have tried before that,
It's over.
It's over.
You missed it.
You missed it. So you want to try other things like we've already suggested. Also, I wanted to quickly mention, also this time of year, the sunlight is changing.
Mm-hmm.
We're having less daylight. And
Makes me so sad. It makes me depressed.
I know. It makes me very depressed. I have terrible seasonal depression.
Very bad. Me too.
And dogs experience that too. So as they start so it's not, what I'm saying is it's not just the school year. Like heading into fall, heading into winter, the days are changing for all of us, and that includes your dog. So
Yeah.
what are some other activities that they can do? You're really good with this stuff.
Well, I mean, we've really touched on a lot of them, but honestly, I think, and we talk about this intermittently, but the big thing is people think, oh, I do not have time to walk my dog for an hour every day. Don't. Walk your dog around the block, but every 15 steps, stop and make them do something.
Or let them sniff all the things that they want to sniff.
Yes.
Don't be in a hurry.
Research this. Google
Yes.
the value of letting your dog sniff things
I mean, Sniff Spot was born
because of
this.
Yes. So the amount of mental enrichment that your dog gets from simply experiencing the world through its nose is greater than if you traveled to Europe, for you as a human. Like what you're
Greater
happening.
than if you went on a 2-hour run.
Right. Like the dog becomes tired from mentally thinking about what's there, physically walking around, smelling. Like it is a huge deal. So sniffing is a huge one.
Let them explore.
Mm-hmm.
Check out Sniff Spot, by the way. We talked about that on a couple episodes
Yes.
ago. Sniffspot.com.
I just ran into Chuck, who is the ones who created that Sniff Spot for us, and gave us a discount code for our fosters out in the Bondurant area. And I said, "Hey, do you guys have any people out to your Sniff Spot?" And he was like, "Yeah, we've had a couple dozen or
good.
so, and it's been pretty cool." And it has not quite taken off here in Des Moines like it has in other areas of the world, but it's, you guys, seriously, even if you have a yard, take your dog to somebody
another
else's
yard.
Sniff Spot and see how tired they are
Yeah.
the next day. Even if you don't do anything, don't throw a ball. Just stand there and let them check it out and take them home. And you tell me if they're a different dog the next day or that night. They will be, because they need to experience things just like we need to experience things. If you go do the same thing every freaking day, you're bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that dogs can go and do, and it might feel like it would be a burden, or it might feel like it wouldn't be acceptable. And I think the world is becoming so much more dog friendly, and frankly, I don't care what other people think. So when you're taking your kid to school drop off, let your dog go with you.
Yeah.
And if you're going through Starbucks,
Yeah.
grab them a pup cup and take the long way home.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Right.
They only experience what you allow them to experience.
Yeah.
So take them with you.
Yes, for sure.
Speaking of, my mom, bless her heart, last week I had girls' weekend at the lake.
Yes.
And I went down and saw Mom before I was going, and she goes, "Are you sure you don't want to leave all your kids home, all my dogs home?"
No.
She said, it would just be nice if you didn't have to worry about them and you can just, focus on your girls and have a good time. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I want them with me.
Yes.
First of all. Second of all, they want to be with me.
Yeah.
They love going to the lake. And third of all, how do you honestly expect me to pull out of the driveway with them knowing full damn well? They know where I'm going.
Yeah.
That's the only time I take that vehicle. I'd have to load all the stuff up.
They saw what you packed.
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as I get that tote out, I have one tote that I use to pack all my stuff back and forth. And they see that tote come out, they lose their freaking minds.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way I'm getting out of there without them knowing. And how am I supposed to leave them behind?
No, you can't. It's at my house when, again, I've mentioned this multiple times and I'm not a cook, but don't eat at my home because I do Goopy's hair on our kitchen counter. So I set her up on the kitchen counter and I brush her hair. And I do this, even when we're not going, but if I'm brushing her hair and like Mr. Bojangles like notices that I'm brushing her hair and then I'm putting it up in its ponytail, he's like, "You guys,
She's going.
See what we're doing? We're going to go to the park." And he gets everybody all riled up and they go start circling and it's all the thing. And I'm like, oh, my Lord. Even if Boopy and I were just going to go to the parade by ourselves, everybody knows. And then when I leave, oh, gosh. Pandemonium is right.
So, anyway, needless to say, all my dogs went with me.
Plus, your friends want them there. It's fun.
Well, if they did care, that's their problem.
Yeah. Well, they better want them there.
No, they love my dogs, but
yeah.
No, Mom said, "Well, it'll make you a better mother and them they'll get a break from you as well. I'm like,
They don't
Mom,
want it.
they don't want it.
They don't want it. Could you
Believe me.
imagine Reese saying, I
Oh
would like
my
a break
God.
from my mother? No.
Forget about it.
But anyway, yes, take your dogs with you as much as you can. And one thing I've been noticing a lot, I mean, and we'll dive into, I would love to do like a deeper dive on separation anxiety and maybe have a trainer back and talk about that because that's a big complaint that we get from people as far as wanting to give dogs up.
It's
It's
not
really-
just this time of year.
not all the time. But I will say that crate training is really, really important, even for super anxious dogs and even for dogs who are destructive in their crate. And sometimes that means spending a little extra money on a nicer place for them to hang out while you're not home. And that means like a higher end crate to keep your dog safe and to keep your house safe and all of the things. So that's one thing too. You know, if you haven't been crating your dog, but they're normally crated throughout the summer, slowly start working into that. Like when you go to the grocery store, put them in the crate, give them the positive treats in there, food, treats, everything
Kennel
happens. Kennel up. It's a happy time. All my dogs love to go to their kennel when they know that I'm leaving and I'm not doing Boopie's hair on the kitchen counter. They know that, you know, we're going to our crates and we're going to go lay down and get our treats, and we like it, and they feel safe and comfortable and they're not anxious when I leave. So starting that routine in small doses now will really help you to make it through the longer term, especially if you're the ones that just got a dog this summer and you haven't crated them yet and you need to, you know.
I mean, just the same way you do with kids. Like,
Yeah.
what they say, like a week or 10 days before school starts to start
Earlier bedtimes.
going to bed 10 minutes earlier every night, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you do get to the point where you feel like medication would be helpful, you have a couple options.
Mhm.
Trazodone is
That's where your vet's going to start.
right.
Yeah.
That is considered a sedative.
Yeah, it is.
A mild sedative.
Yeah.
If that isn't enough, they'll add on gabapentin.
Which is actually a nerve medicine for nerve pain, but coupled with trazodone makes just a little heavier sedative.
It's kind of like mixing
Quaaludes and alcohol.
That's not where I was going with that, but
yes.
yes.
A
Like,
highball and
like Tylenol and ibuprofen. Like I know you're not supposed to do that, but
oh, I don't know.
it's a stacker.
Right, yeah, they can be safely stacked to
Yeah. There's also fluoxetine,
Mhm.
which is how do I want
It's
to
like a
describe
light
that?
antidepressant almost.
Yeah,
It's a mood stabilizer.
right.
So this is, you know, if you get on Lexapro on a low dose, this is Lexapro for dogs, essentially. Yeah.
I guess I should back up before medication. You can also try things like CBD treats.
Yes, we
There's
have a
all
whole
kinds of things.
bin of calming treats, CBD treats in our cupboard, and I have written in Sharpie on every side, only one per dog, so that, you know, we know what it is.
Right.
And we being, you know, anyone other than me giving this treat. But we do that like if I'm going to be gone for a long day or on the 4th of July week, we do those every day, and it does help.
Yeah. Fluoxetine SSRI. Yep. Backing up even further from that, I'm going to go ahead and plug Paws and Pints. They're Bontique Apothecary, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Their gift shop area at Paws and Pints, just south of Valley Junction.
Yeah.
They have a ton of really awesome natural treats.
And enrichment toys to put those treats in.
That too.
Yeah.
So we've talked about this before too. For example, they have things like beaver paws, fish skins, rabbit heads. What else they got in there?
I'm going to go there this weekend because I think they got some new stuff. They've got cow ears.
Yep. Cow ears, pig ears.
Yeah. Everything.
And
with the hair on it, it's nasty.
It's like on their back wall and they're in glass jars.
Yeah.
Now they also have packaged treats and things like that, which you can find practically anywhere. But those kinds of treats, while they seem very disgusting to us, are incredibly
it's a form of
enriching
enrichment
for them.
because it's bringing them back to their natural state. Now, while my pink Shih Tzu may not look like a wolf, she once was deep in her ancestry.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
long gone and far away.
Plus, she's only got
She's a
like
pink pony. She's closer to a pink pony now than she is a wolf.
That's right. But she would love if I would bring home something like that for her to gnaw on, and it would keep her busy for a long time.
Yeah. So yeah, Stanley loves those things. They got little dried fishes, and I mean, they got all kinds of things in there. Alligator claw things.
Oh God, yeah, they've got everything.
And
So
it's quite affordable, in my opinion.
yeah, they're not expensive.
I think the most expensive thing they got on there is that rabbit head, and it was $10.
right. It's a whole head.
It's a whole ass head.
There's brains in there.
And Stanley ate every crumb.
Gross.
He
Stanley.
loved it.
Stanley.
Loved it.
Yeah. So anyway, there's lots of things you can do. And also, if you're really having a hard time and, things are like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this dog anymore, ask for help.
Yeah, reach out before it becomes an emergency.
Yes. Ask for help. You could get one training session that would change you and your dog's lives by just giving you some tips. Have somebody come out. It's a couple $100. You'll get ideas to make your way through the whole winter, all of that. It's just good to get someone's opinion on how you're experiencing life with your dog and what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, what you could do better. It's just a good idea to have somebody come out and just give you a checkup.
Yeah.
So
a little patience and a lot of compassion goes a long way too.
it sure does.
They're just dogs too. You know?
Yes. I tell you what,
Give them some
this
grace.
few days after the fair has ended, because we haven't been to the park, Mama hasn't been home before midnight for 11 days.
It's time for some snuggling.
We've been needing to snuggle, and we gotta go. We got a date at the park for the next 3 days in a row, and we have a lot of running to do. We got water to eat. We've got balls to chase. They're losing their minds, and we're going to make up for it. And in the nighttime, everybody's just on top of me, and we go to bed at like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah.
already starting to feel that time shift.
I know. I
I'm
hate
so
it.
sensitive to that.
I wish it was still the dog days of summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, will you grab Stanley one of them rabbit heads?
Yes.
Yeah, bring it to Labor Day.
Yeah, because they'll have a sale on Saturday. I'll get it then.
Oh. Yep. And you can always reach out to us. We're happy to point you in the right direction.
Yeah, we will. We've had several surrender requests that I've just sent some tips and tricks to, and I think were helpful. I mean, even if I can't take their dog in that moment, maybe it's not the moment they needed to give their dog up. You know what I mean? Like, we had somebody that had just adopted a dog, and it wasn't like going well, but the dog really liked them, but was having some separation issues. And I said it sounds like the dog landed in a home that he's really happy in, and he's just trying to figure out what it means to be there. And so what can you do to help him be more comfortable? And he said, yeah, I don't want him to go back to the shelter at all. I'm like, well, cool. I thank you for reaching out. And so we offered some options. I offered a phone call. We're happy to help as much as we can, physically, mentally. But we'll send ideas and resources, and we really appreciate those people who are trying to make it work and asking for help before it is, like you say, an emergency.
And referrals if needed.
Yeah, for sure.
Next week, we have a very cool, bona fide, famous guest.
Yes, you're really going to love him. I can't wait for everybody to...
And I mean like Hollywood level. He
quite
knows
literally
famous people.
He knows famous people, and quite literally, he video conferenced in from California. He had just got done filming the 14th season of his show, and we're really excited.
We're very excited for this, and I'm very excited for any shows that might come out of it.
Yes.
Any trips that might come out of it.
We might have already recorded it, so we know it's good already. Okay, can't wait for you to hear it, and we have to wait so long for you to listen, but tune in next Friday as well, because it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a doozy.
Yeah.
Until then,
we'll figure it out.
Oh my dog.
What I mean when I see, what I see, what I feel, when I dream, when I be, I'm a freak, what up? Oh, what up? Everybody look at me when I'm free, when I feel, what I see, when I do it, I'm a freak, what up? Oh, what up? Say what we got, it's hot to spot, give up the drop, see what we got, do what, we got to go, the body flow, too hot to show, the front row, we won't stop. Hey!